You may find that the neck facing that comes with the collar facing, I should say, that comes with your pattern is too skimpy, it doesn't lay right, you just don't like it, and you want to have your own version of that. So I'm going to show you how to make that. The first way you do it, the first thing you do is start by taking the front bodice piece, the back bodice piece, and just put them together. I have a scissors there holding them down temporarily. I'm not going to tape them. I'm going to move in a little closer and show you how to line them up. We're only going to make half a facing with the paper that will be used to trace this. But a couple things to note here. This side again is the front bodice. This is the back bodice. I have them together temporarily at the shoulder seam to show you how they go together. You don't need to replicate all the pieces. Just make sure you have the front and back bodice so you have the full neckline, well, half the neckline. We're going to double this. How are we going to line these up so that they come out properly? There's a simple way to do that. What we're doing here is a dress that has a zipper. The zipper is on this side. It will go down here. Here's the neckline. Now you may ask, why is it only a couple of pieces? This is the front bodice. This is the back bodice over here, back bodice. We've temporarily placed them together, and I'm going to show you how to mark that so that we have a nice smooth neckline that we'll be tracing over. And I'll show you how to get them aligned. To get a nice smooth line in the back, what you first have to do is take the front bodice and the back bodice, put them temporarily together. I just have the scissors here holding them, and make a mark 5/8 down from where you're going to sew. I'm sorry, 5/8 down from the raw edge of what will be the raw fabric. Take another one, take the front part, do the same thing 5/8. What we're doing here is simulating the shoulder seam, because remember, when you actually do this is the back here. When you actually do the facing, the seam's going to be, in this case, will already be made for the shoulder, so you don't have to. What you want to do is simulate it so that it's a nice smooth piece. You'll see how that works. How do you line them up? Like I said, 5/8 down from the edge of the pattern. This is a modified pattern. To be clear about that, but with a regular pattern it would be the same thing. Here's the shoulder slope, shoulder seam. So make a little mark there, put them down, and now we're going to trace it. I've put a piece of tracing paper on top of the pattern pieces that I temporarily put together, joined together, if you will. You don't have to use tracing paper. It's a lot easier, I think, but you can use regular typewriter paper. You might need to get like legal size, because you're going to be doing a piece that's going to come out about at least that far, and it's going to come up 2.5 inches. So if you're going to use paper, just keep that in mind, but you can put it underneath. I'm now going to show you how to do this with tracing paper. With the tracing paper on top, or the typewriter legal size probably underneath, what you want to do is draw a line, try to get this line exactly the same as the line on the pattern. Just draw it all the way down, go all the way down to the end, both sides. Also, don't forget, this is extremely important, to put in the markings from the pattern onto your new piece. And it's going to be a little trickier with paper that's underneath, but you can do it. Just get a mark. Okay, this area over here, you'll see a thing that says center back. Draw that, copy that line from wherever it is here, it's right there, all the way to the end of the new pattern piece. Remember, you've already drawn a line here, all the way. Go up to the shoulder seam. Remember, now we have overlapped them so we can simulate where the new line would be, where the sewing line is on the shoulder. So you draw a line there as well. Definitely do that. You're gonna, it'll help you later. There's a notch over here. A little hard to see, I'm sure, but let's see if we can zoom in on it a little bit. I don't know if that helped much, but there is a notch to be cut there. Cut that or mark it and cut it later. And all the way down to well, in this case, it's the fold line of the front bodice, because front bodice is one piece. You don't have a sewing line in the middle of a front bodice. Cut that, go down to that line there. Don't worry about this area over here. This is just some excess. That's the line, fold line. So you draw all the way around to the other side, all the way out. After you've drawn that interior line, come out 2.5 inches and mark either with a ruler, you know, some ruler or French curve. Mark, it's probably easier with a ruler actually, mark 2.5 inches out from your new pattern line. 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, all the way out, all the way around, 2.5, 2.5, all the way, 2.5. Once you've done that, draw it in and you'll get a kind of arch type of look with it. That's going to be your pattern piece. Please don't forget to put those marks in at the various points on the existing pattern. Again, maybe a little trickier with a piece of paper underneath, but it can be done. It's not impossible.